you feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the tide is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
Another notch and make it, drop it and never take it down, take it down. 30-something thousand watching, show me something, baby. Who's on, baby, now? But I won't take that train, I won't catch that flight if you're not on that plane. We ain't taking off tonight. All the money in the world, baby, don't mean a thing to me, 'cause you're all that I want. And even if we're broke, baby, don't mean a thing to me, 'cause you're all that I want. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. I wanna steal the show in Tokyo. I wanna karaoke, bump it a little bit louder, a little bit louder. Hey, I wanna sing along with Elton John in a white limousine, rolling right here, right now, right here, right now. But I won't take that train, I won't catch that flight if you're not on that plane. We ain't taking off tonight. All the money in the world, baby, don't mean a thing to me, 'cause you're all that I want. And even if we're broke, baby, don't mean a thing to me, 'cause you're all that I want. Right here, right now. I need you right here, right now. Oh, I need you right here, right now. Yeah, I need you right here, right now. Oh, I wanna scream your name, wanna make you smile. Let's be runaways, leave it all behind. Will you take that train? Will you catch that flight? If you're on that plane, we'll be taking off tonight. All the money in the world, baby, don't mean a thing to me, 'cause you're all that I want. And even if we're broke, baby, don't mean a thing to me, 'cause you're all that I want. Right here, right now.
My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of... It's a point of pride. I'm the super rich complaining I want more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. I lost the weight and then I start to tumble. My mind betrayed me many years ago. I walk alone to keep from slipping under. Got lost as soon as I stepped out the door. I'm a martyr who just never got his time to shine. I'm a punk kid, no reason why. Nothing finer than the taste of tears running down my face. So cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. Set off in search of satisfaction, rattling my replacement heart of gold. I'm coming back to join the cast of Carmen. I never sung a single song before. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.
Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get lit from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, heart building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out. Like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Give up what your friends think. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go and bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, nobody can, we on the town. Hey. Lose it. I'm lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station. You hear the same old song. I feel like, dog, I'm about to drop the bomb. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, I never come down. I never come down. Down, pass it around, hey. What with me now? We running wild, hey. And nobody gang, we on the town, hey. Never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Knox in the house, right? And I go by the name of Wyclef. I bought the band. And we need all the ladies.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we have the most prolific offense in the NFL on the field. The Dolphins are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Bills, who will have to try and slow them down. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's the offensive unit, and heads up, look out for the Clemson Tiger.
Sammy Watkins was brought in to make plays. That's what he specializes in, out on the perimeter or going inside.
Second down following the run. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. In motion right is Watkins. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. After the penalty, it's McCoy. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
Markevius Kiki Mingo is one of those versatile outside linebackers who can rush the passer as a defensive end, yet drop into coverage.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They get 25 yards out of that one. And it's 1st down, Buffalo. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
So they're operating in the red zone. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Taylor, a give to the fullback Felton. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Jerome Felton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys that can come up and make the tackles?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Come on. Bang! Blue 10! Zebra! Bang! Blue 10!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Time to feature the offensive starters, and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught at the 2. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
380.
A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Forced out to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's nothing but pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here's Colton Schmidt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken at about the 36. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll pitch it out to McCoy. Ooh, with a juke. Fighting through. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And his This throw is going to be incomplete. Charles Clay has tied in the intended target. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Andre Branch in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So McCoy adding to his yardage total in this one. Last year, 895 yards in his first season in Buffalo. Of course, he had Charles 4,000-yard years in Philadelphia.
And you know the man they call Shady wants to throw some shade at the Eagles for ever letting him go. He wants a big year in 2016.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down. So
the offense has it 1st and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I'm often struck when I watch LaShawn McCoy play, how often you just watch him and you almost get mesmerized by his style, and then boom, there's another 20-plus yard run. It's amazing how he pulls it off.
Yeah, his former second-round pick out of Pittsburgh, still doing it in the league at a very, very high level. Now Taylor on first down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That one goes for 38 yards. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now it's Tannehill over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Second down, here's Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Franks to add the PAT. Can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Penalty marker is down here. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Taylor with a give to McCoy. A strong running. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
On first down, it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
They come up in an empty set. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end, Clay. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So the penalty really winds up hurting him there.
Yeah, it winds up pushing him back. Sure enough, the field goal comes up short.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to right, looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby, but they will not be able to capitalize as time is run out here on the first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. The play clock's running down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
He dumps it off to Drake.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. So the D-line's going to spread out. To throw is Tannehill. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Fielded at the 43. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Second down now after the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is going to sound a little strange, but that was a really nice effort because he broke a tackle and almost sprang free, but it still ended up with a loss of yardage. The defense won that battle.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. His throw caught right around the 6. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And now the offense operates in the red zone. And the offense in a great spot. It's first, and he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Tannehill going to throw for it. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now it's Taylor. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Second down following the incompletion. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Here's Taylor. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Another pistol look here. On the counter, here's McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Taylor now off the bootleg. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. The best name in the NFL, Barkevious Mingo. Coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And the back goes into motion. Third and long, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up fourth down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Back now in Miami, it's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Six yards to go here on second down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And here come the Bills. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Now it's Taylor eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On third down, Taylor. And the third down pass falls incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And it'll be fourth down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the fourth quarter. And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here, and they're going to go soft on the corners. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And there's a flag on the field.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit. Come on now, let's go.
Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He's going to air one out, and that's caught inside the 30. That one goes for 38 yards, and the Bills are going to have a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
On second down, here's Taylor. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on third down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second and 10, Tannehill once more. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Time running out here on the play clock. From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Jordan Cameron is tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the out route, tried to sell it hard. And as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a little more cushion breaking to the out. But how about the defender reading it really well, not buying the fake or the maneuver inside, and getting to the sideline and helping break up the pass?
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Taylor on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Bills a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The slot man in motion right. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Halfback sent in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Going deep here for Watkins. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, you got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go. Next round.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Muscles him off. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now they'll give this one to the up man, Jerome Felton. And he'll be brought down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye. They'll sneak it with Taylor. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop it.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, I should...
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This will be taken short. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And the Bills getting set to go. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down. I
agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, certainly a tough loss here, but they've got to move on. I mean, you have another opponent next week. You dwell on this one, it hurts you the following week.
That's where the 24-hour rule comes into play, win or lose for all teams. Either enjoy the win for 24 or reflect on the loss for 24, then put it aside and move forward.